Hopefully you guys can hear me. I'm struggling with my audio. Um, can you guys hear me, or do I have to fix something or make sure you can actually hear what I'm saying? But I'm making a Damascus knife. It's 20 layers is what I'm starting with. The oh, cool, sweet. Let me get a little light in here so we can actually you can see me first. So what I'm doing right now, I got I prepped my billet. I got it all ready to go. It's in the forge right now, heating up. It's 20 layers of steel. It's 1095, 18, 40. Excuse me, 1095, 1084, and 15 and 20 high carbon steel, all layered. It's gonna be random pattern Damascus. I don't have any big power tools or anything like that, so I'm doing this all by hand. So it's gonna be a lot of work to stretch this billet out so I can cut it again, restack it. At least by the time I cut and restack it, hopefully it'll be a little thinner for me. But I got a treadle hammer behind me. This guy right here, that's going to help me draw out this billet. Everything's going to be done by hand, so it's going to be a long process. But right now, I got it in a triple burner LPG forge, heating up. And when I set welds, I like to make sure my shop is nice and dark so I can make sure the color's right. So I'm looking for the billet to look like a melted stick of butter, that really bright yellow color. That'll help ensure that those welds set a lot more so. So right now I'm just waiting to get up the temperature. It takes a long time because it's such a thick billet that it's going to take a minute for it to get up to the temperature. And it's going to be quick heats, get it on the anvil, hit it a few times, put it back, keep that heat retention as much as I can because I got to keep it up to that temperature for as long as I can while I work it. That way I can help ensure that those pieces stick together. But I got my welding sleeve on because I got 3 burners going. I have a timer going, so I don't know how hot it is in here. It's warming up, but at least it's kind of cold outside, so it helps. I'm going to take a peek at the billet and see if it's up to temperature. If it is, I'm going to shut the door so it darkens the room. So I'm going to go missing for a minute, but I'll bring out the billet and you can see how I set the welds by hand. I like using my dog's head hammer because all the inertia, it's forward heavy, so it really helps with blade making, which is why the ancient Japanese smiths used to use these a lot. It really helps with making your bevels and stuff. I do have a 4-pound sledgehammer that I'm going to be using once I get my weld set. And then, of course, the treadle hammer, it's got an air-powered assist, so I can just tap the pedal and it'll swing the hammer. So that'll help like crazy. And it'll also get my arm a break because today's going to be swinging a lot. But the forge is super loud. It sounds like a jet engine, which is why I got headphones in. These are just at the wall. You can pick them up at like Home Depot or Lowe's or something like that. They work really nice, plus they're Bluetooth. So I can talk through it. I can listen to music or whatever. And keep your safety glasses because scale is probably going to fly everywhere, and I don't need any of that stuff in my eye because you get metal in your eye, it ain't good. It actually melts into your eyeball, so you have to have it surgically removed. So metal in your eye, especially hot steel, because you can't just rinse it out. It sticks in there, and you have to go have a doctor pull it out. Not good. So I'm going to check the billet, and I think it should be up to temperature. And then between heats, when I'm going to switch to the treadle hammer, I'll move the camera over so you can see that as well. Grab my welding gloves because this is very hot. The forge is running at about 2,800 degrees right now. I have a thermal. Still gotta get, it's hard to tell on the camera, but this is still like a bright orange. It's not quite yellow yet, so I'm gonna rotate it and get it back in the forge. The camera lighting will blow it out. Woo! My hand was about 18 inches from the flames, and I can smell the burnt hair off that one hand. I didn't have a glove on. But generally, when I'm just heating up to work and I'm just drawing out a billet, I don't typically have it this hot. As you can see, my face is already red just from standing 2 feet from that thing. Really, what got me going into this. Well, I've always had as a kid, I always loved fantasy stories and like Japanese animes and cartoons and stuff, like medieval stuff with swords and magic and wizardry and all kinds of that fantasy stuff. And I've always liked I've always liked swords, always loved knives. As a kid, my dad, sorry for this long drawn explanation, but as a kid, my dad used to make us wooden swords, and we'd go out, and me and my brothers would hit each other with them. And that kind of really where it got started. And I was like, I would love a real one. I would want a real sword, as most young boys do. So I've always had that big fascination into it. And then I ended up watching Forged in Fire when I finally was able to afford Netflix as an adult. And I was watching these guys do this. I'm like, you know what? I think I can do that. I'm going to try it. So I picked up that little 44-pound anvil off Amazon and got a maple stump and set up a tent in my driveway. I bought this forge because I knew, you know what? I'm going to love it. It was also really reasonable online. That triple burner forge was like $150. And it's got 2 doors on it. It's got a back door so I can make swords. And you got more room to work with. And the first strike of the hammer on that anvil, pure emotion, every emotion I ever had in my life just poured out of me. I was crying like a baby, swinging that hammer, hitting that hot steel on an anvil. It made a railroad spike knife, and I've been hooked. The bug is dug in like a tick. And it's just something that really checks that box for me, a sense of purpose and creativity and crafting. And I've always worked with my hands, always loved making stuff, and this just really stuck home for me. So that's kind of how I got into it. And that first hammer strike, man, that was over. But I think it's probably up to temperature, so you guys can stop staring at me talk, and we can actually get some work done. So I'm going to check it again, and if it's ready, I'll swing us back over, and we can start setting some welds. Okay, I think she's ready. I'm going to darken it up here. I like to do this as dark of an environment as possible. That way you can actively see what the colors are, because if you check out some of my other YouTube shorts, I show how natural sunlight and artificial light, like lights, can really impact what it looks like. So I have a piece of hot steel. It's a bright orange color. I have it outside, and it looks like it's black, like it's a piece of regular steel you picked up off the ground. And as soon as I come inside, you really see how taut it actually is. So that's why I like doing this in the dark. And then once I get the weld set, so I don't have to worry about scale buildup in between, I can show you guys an example of that as well, if that's something you guys would be interested in. But I think we're ready to set some welds. So I'm going to move you guys over. I think that's good. Close.